voices. Okay, this is Sabrina Martani. Sabrina was in the Gambia quite recently. She talks about what a lot of people talk about with the Gambia, human rights abuses. Have a listen to what she wanted to add to our conversation.
And we've documented several human rights violations that have occurred during President Jammeh's regime. It was a regime that was run on a climate of fear, where people would be afraid of being arbitrarily arrested or tortured if they spoke out against the president or the government, or even were just perceived to be an opponent. I was in Gambia and in court when Lawyer Darboe and several other political prisoners were freed. This was a really joyful moment, and people sang the national anthem and shouted freedom.
Sam, there's another headline I want to show to you. This is from Human Rights Watch. Gambia, 2 decades of fear and repression. I'm wondering if for Gambians, they're just ready for a change. They're ready for something different. It's been 22 years. Could you accept that? Could President Jammeh accept that?
Is that for me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sam.
Yes. He can accept that. But you see, like, Gambia is just a small nation that's being targeted by the West. Jammeh is the leader who doesn't encourage foreign dominance. It started long time ago. I was in the army. I was the army commander before I turned out to be where I am today. Before that, Gambia was so bad, the government there invited foreign leaders, foreign military officers to come and command the army, because the army was nothing. When they sent us for peacekeeping and we died there, they said they will not even bring us back home for burial, because soldiers were nothing. When Jammeh took over, he gave me the responsibility to fly to Liberia to bring all the dead soldiers that were abandoned there and brought them home for burial.
So while we're reminiscing, Sam, let me play you something. Sam, let me play you this from the Guardian, because this really struck me. This is rewinding 22 years. Have a listen to this.
We have no plans to stay long. All we are here for is to set a just system and to put up structures that will ensure that what happened in the past 30 years would never happen again.
It's a very young President Jammeh there, Sharif. What happened? What happened in those 22 years that now he's fighting?
Situations evolve. Humans evolve.
Yes, Sam, I hear that. Sam, I hear that. You have one note in your debate, so let me just listen in to Sharif. Sharif?
I think it's the tappings of power. Since when Jammeh came, in the Gambia, but when Jammeh came, to power in 1994, a lot of us embraced it. We looked for change. We knew what we had was not working the way we wanted it to work, and we looked for change. When he came, he pretended to be the promised Messiah, and we embraced him. But it didn't take long when things changed. Sam himself, talking about being in the army, he went to jail. What were you in jail for? What did you go to jail for? Maybe, so a lot of things changed. People went to jail and things, and then eventually, from one step to the other, we ended up having this. Can you show some respect for once and listen to me, please? I can understand when you are a diplomat, you have a very good job. When you're about to lose your job, to a new regime, you can be a bit emotional. I understand that, and I forgive you. But please let me complete. Let me complete. So we move.
Sharif, let's have a listen to Sam. It's important to hear that voice of the president too in this conversation.
America here.
Why did you go to jail? Why did Jammeh send you to jail?
No. That was coup d'etat.
Yes, give me a moment. Give me a pause for a moment.
Can I just come in there?
Fatu, hold tight for a moment. Dennis, what is happening here? We have Gambians, all Gambians here. Fatu, Sharif, Samsudin. They're all fighting amongst each other. I'm wondering who's the loser here.
Well, I know who the winner is. They are the winners. The entire Gambian people are the winners.
Right.
Because, as in 1994, when President Jammeh came into power, everybody was happy about it. It's 22 years after that. There are positives and negatives. A lot of people look at it and say there are lots of negatives. But right now, what the Gambians are facing is what future they are going to have for themselves. Mm-hmm. And it's that quest about is this when they are going to have their democracy? Is this a period which is going to be reminiscent to 1992 in Ghana or 1999 in Nigeria? Mm. The one thing about Gambia and the problem that that Yahya Jammeh faces is that of geography. Unfortunately for him, his neighbors right now do not tolerate, coups like this. It's just unfortunate. If Jammeh was in Cameroon, in Central Africa, he would have an easier way. But unfortunately for him, he's not going to be hanging out.
You might be getting ahead of yourself. It's not a coup.
No, it's not the coup. Let me finish.
We're right at the end of the show, so you're finishing is in a sentence. Go ahead.
So the leaders around him are all going to be looking for things to move forward, and they will not tolerate, the situation there.
Okay, we have not finished by any sense of the word. Sam, we're right at the end of the show. Sam, I will, but I'm going to take you online. Fatu, Sharif, Sam, and Dennis, I have to take you online. And I know everybody watching will be going online as well, because they will be on the edge of their seat to hear where the debate is going to next. Let me show you something here from Miss Petit. She says he needs to respect the will of the people and step down. No conditions. People have honestly had it with him. Do you have another point of view you want to share? You want to add to our debate? Hashtag AJ Stream. We will be on the online post show. It'll be feisty. It'll be loud. Stream.aljazeera.com. See you there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hello again, welcome to our online post show. Guess I asked for a really great African debate and I got it. It's my fault. Fatu, you've been trying to add something. Go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to talk to Sam. We know that Sam was arrested in the Gambia, just like Sheriff said, and then he went totally against President Jammeh. He even wrote a book where he came out, and after the people bought the book, he came out when he reconciled with President Jammeh and said everything that was in the book was a lie.
I did not say that. You're lying. That's not true. That's
no.
Yes,
you said that. You said that.
I did not say that. I did not.
The president. You said that.
All right, Fatu, hold on a minute.
I
Sam.
just said that I was a little emotional in the way I wrote the book, and I could have written it differently.
Fatu,
but I didn't
you
say
have
that.
to. Sam is right here. If Sam says he didn't say it, let's go with that.
Femi, can I just say this?
And it is not even as you are trying to present it.
Can you let me land? Can you let me land? You wrote that book when President Jammeh pardoned you. You said everything that was in that. Okay, let me finish. President Jammeh came out. Listen.
And Sam, hold tight for a moment.
Fatu. I did not.
Let me finish that line. Let me land. President Jammeh came out. President Jammeh came out when he pardoned you. He said on television that, including that one that wrote a book that's a pack of lies. That's exactly what he said, and it's in the records.
I agree because.
Yeah, so you can
hold tight for a moment. I can't hear you. I do not understand the point that you made, Fatu. Sam, hold tight for a moment. I'm just going to move on because you're all yelling and I actually don't know what you said.
I'm sorry.
All right.
And I want to comment. I want to comment here. I mean, a lot of Gambians will be watching, and I think the essence of this program is to move on and how to get the Gambia out of this mess. We've had 22 years of a dictatorial regime characterized by all sorts of brutalities, and the Gambia, a lot of things happen in the Gambia, over the last 22 years. What is going to happen is that we have a government, a president, incoming president, voted for by the Gambian people, and he is going to take over the country. And the priorities for him and for the Gambia from now on is to sort out all the mess created by Jammeh. We have reforms, we have the constitutional reforms, we have to look after the security issues, we have to look at the, economic issues of the country, whether, some agrees or not. This is what matters to the Gambian people. We have to move on. The political deadlock might go on for a few days or weeks, but it's not sustainable. At the end, it will have to stop. And Adama Barrow will have to take over the country, and we'll have to move on to make the lives of Gambians better than it has been over the past 22 years.
So Fatu and Sharif and Dennis, I hear you all coming from this same perspective. What I'm not getting is clarity from Sam as to what will President Jammeh actually do. What intelligence do you have about his position? Because he doesn't have
anything.
Fatu, hold tight.
Okay.
What can he do in the next few weeks? He has to do it before January the 18th, correct?
Now, he has already put his position clearly to the people that he is not accepting these numbers because the IEC changed the numbers.
And what does that mean, Sam? Not accepting the numbers. Does that mean that he will not step down? What's
We have to solve it. But what I
What's
want
the
to come to
solution?
is there are all these threats, and that's why I don't like the statement being made by Dennis talking about the global, the surrounding countries.
So Sam,
do
that's
not
what
like it.
that's what I tried to move on from. I just wanted clarity, just me clarity, and probably the viewers as well. So what does the president do now? He's not accepting, and then what does that actually mean? Spell it out for us.
We're going to go back to elections again.
What?
No.
You cannot. That's not true. In your
That's what
dreams,
he
you
said.
waste. Keep
Excuse me, that's
dreaming.
what,
Keep dreaming.
excuse me, that's
The
what he
Gambians
said.
have spoken.
But
The Gambians
what
have
I'm going
spoken
to
very
tell
well.
you is
Nobody's
that,
going to no elections with Gambia.
All right.
if these people are inciting all these things, talking about, yes, countries are going to look into military intervention, all this, please don't even go there. Because if you try to break that country with a military intervention, you might turn it into another Libya or another Iraq or
that's
another.
not gonna happen,
it's
Sam.
not going to happen.
Yeah, but that's not. You don't have.
So Fatu and Sharif, there were a couple of comments that came in from our online community. Would you just allow me 30 seconds just to put them to Sam? Because people watching your conversation have questions as well. Sam, here's one. This is from Mandig Mori. And Mandig Mori says, the problem is, though, nobody has time for fresh polls. Sam?
Is that problem?
Nobody has times for fresh polls. Like going.
Yeah, that's his opinion. What is happening on the ground is evolving as time goes on. I mean, like, nobody is going to force this government out of power like that because it's not going to happen. That's what I'm going to say.
All right.
Now, if you think it's going to happen, you just in a dream world.
Okay, Femi, can I come in here?
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead, Sheriff.
Since the Jammeh's problem, since your problem is not about the registration process or things like that, the problem is collation. What about, would you settle for recount of votes instead of fresh election?
Because if you now the IEC really disappointed me. Because you are not answering my question.
Up to the last day before the election,
the online radios, including that of Fatu, was telling the Gambians.
All right, so Sam, let's try this again.
Question. Can you answer my question? Can you answer my question?
All right, Sam.
IEC came back to so.
Can you answer my question?
Sharif, stand down for a moment. It's a very good question. I'm going to try and get you an answer. Hold tight, everybody. Sam, hold tight here a moment. Sam actually sent us this press release, and very valid to our conversation. Error in the total of final election results. So the election office was saying, yeah, actually, we did make a mistake. Here are the actual votes. Barrow Adama still winning, Jammeh second, and Kande Mama came in third. This is their recalculated votes. So Sheriff said, would you accept a recount, Sam? That's kind of a yes or no question,
now, listen,
right?
Can you imagine? With all the jubilation and everything, if this guy had counted the votes and saw the error and realized that Jammeh has won or it is a draw, you think he would come out and announce it and people accept it? That would have been chaos around the world.
Sam, I think what you all want to do,
answering the question. Can you answer the question? Would you settle for recount?
Sheriff, let me say this. Since he does not want to answer the question,
something that
what they want to do.
All right, Sheriff and Fatu and Sam. Everybody just give me a pause. Everybody just give me a pause for a moment. Everybody give me a pause. Just everybody hold tight for a moment. This is a very good question because at the moment we don't have clarity as to what President Jammeh might do. So the recount question, let's go back to it one more time. Sam, it's kind of a yes or a no. Would the president accept a recount?
It's possible. Because I'm not there. No. He is. I'm just representing him here, but I don't know.
Can I say this? Sam, can I just say this? Yeah, Jammeh would not want a recount. Let me tell you what he would do. What he wants to do is to have fresh elections and bring people who would rig for him. That's what he wants, and that's not going to happen.
All right, this has been invigorating. She says euphemistically. Fatu, Sharif, Samsudin, it's been very invigorating. I'm sure conversations like this are happening all over the Gambia. If we just stand back a little bit more, I want to go back to this incredible picture we had of these African heads of state all sitting around with President Jammeh having a chat. If we look at the big picture for let's just say West Africa, ECOWAS. Let's not say the entire continent, because that's way too big. What does this moment mean from your perspective?